Hello and welcome back to another video. It's been a few weeks since I've done a video. Sorry about that, things have been really crazy. I do have some news to share with you guys. Since my last video, I recently got engaged to the love of my life, and I'm really very excited and happy, and I hope that, it will be good, and, we're not getting married till next year, so we have some time, but just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought maybe you would be happy to hear the news. But basically today I'm going to be talk about basically just dealing with peer pressure and how to deal with it in the best ways, and how to overcome it and stuff like that. And so just some stuff that I think would help, just some tips and stuff like that I think would help you guys if you're struggling with this situation. So the first thing we're going to say about this is to basically be confident in your faith in Christ. This may be hard if you're someone who's not a follower, but if you are a follower of Christ, you have to be confident in Him and be confident that He is going to pull you through a hard time and get you through peer pressure, and just know that He has always got your back and that you can rely on Him for anything with whatever you're struggling with. So, it can be hard to be confident in Christ, when you're a new Christian. It takes a while to get there, or when you're away from God. But if you just look to Him and look to Jesus and be confident in Him that He will get you out of a tough situation, then it makes it a lot easier. Everybody deals with peer pressure, especially young teenagers, and I dealt with it a lot. And it can be hard for some people, but I grew up in a Christian home, so I had more of an advantage, and it was easier for me to deal with it than compared to other people. But I was always confident in my faith and knew that God would get me out of a tough situation and be able to give me that strength to walk away from it. So I think that's very important, is to be confident in Christ, and to basically just to start out with that. So something else is you really have to have the strength to say no. It's not easy to say no, I'll tell you that. You have to have that strength to say no, and part of that strength to say no comes from Christ, because Christ gives you strength and power to overcome anything, and He gives you that strength to be able to say that word. It's a simple word, and it goes a long way. And if you're able to say no, then that's a good start. That will keep you away from that, keep you away from peer pressure, and keep you away from not doing something that you don't want to do, because nobody should ever be pressured into doing something they don't want to do. It's your life, it's your decision, and you don't have to do it if it's something you don't want to do, especially if if it's not right in God's eyes. If you're trying to live a clean Christian life, it's not something that you should be doing, and that's not something that God would approve of. So I think, whether it looks fun or not, it's wrong, and it's wrong to God, and it's not what you should be doing, and it doesn't make you cool, doesn't make you fit in, doesn't make you stand out. Sometimes it can ruin your life, and it can cause you a lot of problems, and it can change everything. And so just because it looks like it's gonna help you and change you, it's really not, and most of the time there's not a very good outcome from this kind of thing. And I think it helps too if you're friends with Christian people. You definitely want to avoid negative people who are are going to influence you to do the wrong thing. If you're surrounded with the Christian people in your life and positive people who are not going to influence you and press you into doing that kind of thing, that makes it a lot easier. Like me, I gave up quite a few friends because they were doing the wrong thing, and they were going to put me down the wrong path. And if I was going to live a clean life, I could not be with those people. And sometimes it's a sacrifice you have to make if you're someone who wants to live that clean life for God and not be doing those things. So it's really important that you choose your friends, because you definitely don't want to be with someone who's going to be negative and degrade you all the time and judge you, press you into doing something you don't want to do. That's not the kind of friends you have. That's not even a true friend. So you definitely have to be careful with the friends you choose, and I think it's a better outcome if you have Christian friends, because that's not the stuff they will be doing. It's not the lifestyle that they will be living. So I think that's a benefit. You don't want to associate with the bad influence either. That's kind of about the same thing I just said, but you don't really want to associate with them and try to stay away from them as much as you can, because that's just going to direct you to the wrong path and press you in more and more, and it's going to make peer pressure a lot harder on you if you associate with the bad influences. I think it's also important to avoid situations or places that will make you give in to peer pressure, it could be like going into a bar that can get you to drink, going to a party that can get you to drink, going to they go into a place where people are doing drugs, or a place where people are sleeping around, like that can press you into doing that kind of stuff. So it's very important to keep your eye out for that. If you get invited to that kind of thing, that's really the best time to say no to that, and keep your eye out for that. Because if you go to those kind of places, or in that kind of situation where it's going to influence you into peer pressure and influence you to do the wrong thing, you definitely want to stay away from those places, or any type of situation that's going on with somebody, and just avoid it altogether. And especially if you're someone who doesn't have very good self-control, then you definitely want to avoid it completely. It's really important to have self-control when it comes to peer pressure, because if you don't, that's what's going to cause you to get into that trouble and influence you and make you say yes. So if you're someone who's able to have good self-control, and you won't easily say yes to drinking or yes to smoking and whatnot, then maybe you'll be okay. But if you're someone who doesn't have good self-control, it's really best to stay out of those kind of situations completely and avoid them altogether. Self-control is really a big one, really something to think about. And I think the last thing that's very important is stand up for what you believe in. Don't let anyone or anything change your mind ever, and don't make them doubt your beliefs or change you in any way possible. You stand up for what's right, stand up for yourself, and be who you are. Don't let anyone change you or influence you, and if they can't accept you or like you for who you are, then they're no good. Just keep them out of your life, because that's not how it should be. They should like you and respect you for who you are, and not try to change you in any way. So always stand up for yourself, for what you believe in, and don't be afraid to do that. Peer pressure is really something that changes a lot of people in good and bad ways, and I've seen it hurt so many people and come out of a bad situation and ruin their lives, and you just don't want to do it. You just want to avoid as much as you can, and just look at the good things and look to God. He's the best person to pull you out of that and to keep that out of your life. I hope this will really help you guys, especially to the younger generation out there. The younger generation is really what's dealing with it the most. So really think about this video and the stuff that I said, and really think about your decisions before you do it, and just spread the word. Spread this stuff to other people and let them know that what it is they should do to help them stay out of that kind of situation. So I hope that this video will help, and I will get you guys to think about it a little bit. And feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. You can see all my videos, and I'll try to do them as much as I can. And then if you have any ideas, let me know, and I'll try to do that as well. And so thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.